All right, everybody, as promised, we're going to talk a little bit about the chemistry technology of the Tesla Model Y specifically. There's some looming dark clouds above us here, so we're going to try to talk as quickly as possible. And actually, something that occurred to me is that this is not something that can be discussed in a short amount of time. There are so many aspects to this technology, to EV, to electric vehicles. It's super exciting. I remember when I first started teaching chemistry, one of the reasons why I always told my students anyway, that we had this internal combustion engine, call it technology, and that everyone was really stuck on that was because you could really go vroom and, pedal to the metal, and the electric guitars, another part of me is coming out there. Electric cars, they just didn't have that oomph. Well, okay, all that's out the window because, of course, the Tesla just can go really fast, acceleration-wise. And so a lot of that technology has to do with the battery. And there are so many different aspects, not just Tesla, but a lot of these car manufacturers have been looking into this technology because we need a few different things. We need enough energy density. We need enough of the power in a small package to be able to drive something forward that is heavy. And also, in terms of the batteries themselves, we can't be going and ripping apart mountains to do a lot of mining to get expensive metals because, first off, it's horrible for the environment, and secondly, it's really expensive, all of these metals that we're getting. So we have a couple different reasons there in terms of how are we going to get these batteries that are powerful and we aren't destroying the planet and they are inexpensive. And so really that's the expense wise is the point we're getting to. Okay. So we have in batteries, we've got quite a few different metals that are in them. And there's a really good reason for that. And I am an inorganic chemist. I study metals, and so I get really excited about batteries, battery technology. But one of the reasons has to do with the special chemistry of transition metals. So I think that's for another day. But for now, I just wanted to talk about that big picture idea of why it hasn't been so easy to just jump in and make batteries that can really do a great job with cars. But we're finally getting to that point. And we're finally getting to the point where we can use a lot more of the earth abundant metals to make these batteries. So that's where we get into the idea of we don't have to rip apart mountainsides, and we can also do it a lot more inexpensively. So Tesla is a good example of that. And we've got, in terms of the battery, it has cobalt. Cobalt is on the expensive side, so it only has 10% cobalt in it, and people are trying to reduce the amount of cobalt that's in it. There's also nickel. So nickel is medium, expensive, cheap, and then there's also in some of them they have aluminum. Aluminum is very cheap, but also manganese. Manganese is another metal that's pretty inexpensive. I have a lot more to say about manganese because manganese is something that plants use in photosynthesis, and it is tied in really on a fundamental level with the technology that we see in these batteries. So I had never seen a Tesla before today. I'd seen them drive past me, but I had never been up close till last night. I went live and I actually touched it. But I actually got to go inside it today. So pretty cool. And my brother got this one, so I'm getting to check it out. And this is the creepiest thing ever. This thing is driving by itself. Ah! Is it still coming towards me, or am I safe? Okay. Is it gonna...
It's stopping for a pedestrian.
It's stopping for a pedestrian! That's so nice of it! Thank you! Thank you! Okay. Oh, gosh. Ah! I don't know. It's kind of creepy. But what do you think? I'm thinking maybe we'll show a little bit of this and then get off. But oh my god, yay. Okay, can we open the hood? This is all electronic, and I'm gonna step away, social distancing. Henry's gonna take over. Henry, what do you got here? What's your favorite part of this car? He's gonna. Okay. So here's the hood. This was this tripped me out, I gotta say. There's Henry's dad, Tom,
Who
my
owns
brother.
this car?
Yeah. Okay, check it out. Like, what? You can like put your objects that maybe you don't want in the trunk in there. I don't know. And what else? We'll show them one or two more things. This is not an unboxing video, I swear to God. I think this kind of was wild for me. I'm gonna go through the back seat here. Like, that's it. Like, you control this car, which is that.
And it could do so many things.
Yeah. So that's pretty wild. And I need lots of room for my band equipment and stuff. So this thing actually has a lot of room, so that's pretty cool. All right. Any last words, Henry?
Well, yeah, that was my dad honking it. Yeah, so this is another storage place, and as you can see in here, the seats can roll back. And why don't we do one more thing, and we take off the little plaque to see the electronics inside this car.
It's not actually.
It does take a long time to put
Okay,
them
well,
back on, but
so Henry wants to look more inside the engine where there's you can see a little bit more of the electronics, but you don't see the nitty gritty of the battery technology, because you know where the batteries are. Okay, let's see if I can do this. There is a bunch of flat panels of batteries that are all along the base of this car. Makes it really heavy, hard to flip. That's safe. But yeah, that's where the batteries are. It's crazy. All right.
yeah, and you can't see them unless you take apart the car and you don't want to put it together again. And what's the point of that?
Yeah, I don't want to do that. Okay. Awesome. Thanks, everyone. This was kind of fun. I love batteries. Yay! Make time for science. See you later.